It has been noted as anomalous that these foreigners obtain Filipino birth certificates, driver's licenses, UMID cards, passports, and even accreditations and auxiliary membership in the armed forces, particularly in the Philippine Coast Guard. It is also reported, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, that the military general said that their headquarters, referring to Camp Aguinaldo, is already surrounded by Chinese living in condominiums. The veracity of all of this should be looked into in all sincerity and with dispatch. The title of my privileged speech, Mr. Speaker, is Restoring Honesty and Integrity in the Bureau of Immigration, relevant to national security, and protecting our educational institutions from alien infiltration, Mr. Speaker. My esteemed colleagues in this august chamber, we are all witnesses to the corruption in the Bureau of Immigration, involving assistance to the departure of trafficked people in our airports and facilitating the entry of Chinese nationals in our country, na pinapaniwalaang pinagkakakitaan ng bilyong-bilyong salapi ng mga tiwaling kawani ng Bureau of Immigration na kanilang patuloy na dinudumihan at niyuyurakan na walang pakialam sa karangalan ng ating mahal na bayan at kapwa nating mga mamamayan. Kagaya ng naturiang pastillas, Mr. Speaker, scheme, as a result of which hundreds of BI personnel were investigated. 86 were charged with corruption, 45 of whom have been ordered dismissed by the Office of the Ombudsman. And the dismissal of 5 of them has already been affirmed by the Court of Appeals. And now, Mr. Speaker, we have the issue of entry, stay, enrollment of many Chinese nationals in private schools in the country, especially in the province of Cagayan. And there is also a report in Zambales. And what is noticeable here in Cagayan's proximity to our Philippine rice, formerly known as Benham rice, na kung saan gusto rin yatang isunod na puntilihin ng China na hindi pa nakontento sa pag-angkin at pangaagaw ng hindi lamang napakahalaga kundi napakayaman na likas na kayamanan na bahagi ng ating teritoryo sa West Philippine Sea. Mr. Speaker, mukhang matatapos na po sila sa West Philippine Sea. Sapagkat ngayon po, sa Philippine Daily Inquirer, ang pinaka-headline po dito, ito, PH moves to intercept Chinese vessel in EEZ. First spotted on Sunday in the Batanes area. The Chinese flag Shenko was stationary when sighted next of Catanduanes and unresponsive when radioed by the Philippine Air Force, says an official of the National Security Council. And tanong, anong ginagawa po doon ng Chinese vessel? Unresponsive po sila, Mr. Speaker and esteemed colleagues. Now, we have the escorting issue in the BI at our international airports, of which the Department of Justice and the Bureau of Immigration announced that they are working together to investigate the same. No less than Immigration Commissioner Norman Garcera Tancinco has pointed out that corruption has been a long problem in the Bureau and that they are making significant strides to catch corrupt employees and prevent other personnel from being tempted to go the rough path, expressing hope that the technological upgrades at the BI will be able to provide another layer of security and prevent corruption. For this, Mr. Speaker, Commissioner Tansinko deserves due recognition. For this reason, Mr. Speaker and my dear colleagues, I would like to use this privileged hour to present to you the subject I entitled Restoring Honesty and Integrity in the Bureau of Immigration Relevant to National Security and Protecting Our Educational Institutions from Alien Domination. Also including, Mr. Speaker, Your Honors, what China has been doing to our nation. Anchored on the declarations in our Constitution that the goal of the armed forces of the Philippines as the protector of the people in the state is to secure the sovereignty of the state and the integrity of national territory. Section 3, Article 2. The state shall maintain honesty and integrity in the public service and take positive and effective measures against graft and corruption. Section 27 and Article 2. And no educational institution shall be established exclusively for aliens, and no group of aliens shall comprise more than 1/3 of the enrollment in any school. I would like to find out why is it that there are about 450 students in one private university in Cagayan province today. Now, the issue of documentation. The Bureau of Immigration, particularly the Chief of the Immigration Regulation Division, should be summoned, Mr. Speaker, and asked to explain how these Chinese nationals entered our country. If initially they were allowed to enter on the strength of tourist visas, he should explain how they were able to obtain student visas, thereby allowing them to enroll in a school in the province of Cagayan. He should explain if all the documentary requirements for the issuance of a student visa were duly complied with, and submit the documents in support thereof. It is quite confounding, Mr. Speaker, to know from a tourist visa to 9F student visa. Paano na-update ito, Mr. Speaker? From 9G working visa, downgraded to updated tourist visa, then to 9F student visa. Ito po ba ay regular na nangyayari sa Bureau of Immigration? Narinig ko rin, Mr. Speaker, na marami mga Chinese ang meron pong regular official passport ng Pilipinas. Bakit po ito? Ito po ang tanong ko, Mr. Speaker. Narinig ko din na meron tayong mga Chinese na nakakakuha ng birth certificate. At yung birth certificate na yan ay ginagamit so that they could be able to obtain Philippine passport. As someone said, and I quote, the presence of those foreign nationals is more of a symptom of Philippine corruption, which is something that must be dealt with for the Filipinos to move effectively, face the existential threat from China. End of quote. It is therefore imperative, Mr. Speaker, that we look into how they got into our country and the legality of their entry, which necessarily refer to all their travel documents required for the kind or purpose of their entry, particularly the student. Doon po sa La Union, Mr. Speaker, hindi mga Chinese ito, kundi certain Africans were given 9F student visa ng Bureau of Immigration. Now, pagkatapos, gusto ko rin banggitin, Mr. Speaker, itong si Miss Teresita Ang Si, na akin nilerespeto dahil sa kanyang paglaban sa kriminalidad. Ito ang ating lady crime buster ay nagsasalita pa na ang ibang mambabatas daw ay nagiging xenophobic. Aba, Eh ngayon ko lang po narinig itong salitang ito eh. Hindi ko alam kung nasa dictionary po ito, Mr. Speaker. Oo. Pati na, ito na, pati na ang Filipino-Chinese Chamber of Commerce is accusing some members of Congress of unwelcome and uncalled remarks against the Chinese. Now, I want them to name names. Tell us who among us are actually mentioning unwelcome and uncalled remarks against the Chinese. And you know, Mr. Speaker, I am not referring to good and friendly Filipino-Chinese here. I am referring to China, Mr. Speaker, a communist, tyrannical, godless nation. I am referring to China, Mr. Speaker. I am not even referring to the millions of people in China who are not even communists, but they are religious. But I am referring to the very leaders of China being led by the Premier of China, Mr. Speaker, who, I would like to repeat, communist, tyrannical, and godless, and bully as far as I am concerned. Tayo naman, pinapasok tayo rito, ginagamit ang Bureau of Immigration, at nakakapasok po sila, nakaka-obtain pa ng birth certificate, and they're able to get an official Philippine passport. Just imagine, Mr. Speaker, from a working visa to the tourist visa to the student visa, Mr. Speaker. Armed forces, even the armed forces, has expressed their own concern as they are now looking in coordination with our national police force into this reported swarm of Chinese college students in our country. It is reported that about 1,500 Chinese nationals were endorsed for admission by a school in the province of Cagayan and were issued student visas, and that about 400 of them have remained in Cagayan and rented homes in various locations in Tuguegarao City as others opted to avail of the school's distance learning program. I believe that even my good friend, Congressman Jojo Lara, could attest to this. While it may be argued that this does not pose a security threat, still I submit, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, that we who should consider their large and unprecedented number as well as their choice of Cagayan to enroll in which is near the Philippine rights. In addition, the Cagayan Valley or Region 2 hosts 3 sites recently added to the list of areas American troops can access under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement or EDCA between the Philippines and the United States. These are the Cagayan North International Airport in Lalo and the Camilo Ucias Naval Station in Santa Ana, both in Cagayan, and Camp Melchor de la Cruz in Gamo, Isabela. The influx of Chinese workers, businessmen, tourists, and students in the Philippines is alarming and should not be taken for granted, not only in terms of national security, but also in terms of honesty and integrity in government service, particularly in the Bureau of Immigration. It has been noted as anomalous that these foreigners obtain Filipino birth certificates, driver's licenses, UMID cards, passports, and even accreditations and auxiliary membership in the armed forces, particularly in the Philippine Coast Guard. It is also reported, Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, that the military general said that their headquarters, referring to Camp Aguinaldo, is already surrounded by Chinese living in condominiums. The veracity of all of this should be looked into in all sincerity and with dispatch. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, sa akin pong palagay, mas mabuti na pagtuunan na natin ng pansin ito ngayon at kontrolado pa ng ating sandatahang lakas at ating mga kapulisan ang katahimikan, kapayapaan at seguridad ng ating bansa. Dahil baka isang umaga, magising na lamang tayo na ang ating mahal na bayan ay nasakop na ng dayuhang mapaglinlang at walang pagkakilala at pagkatakot sa tunay na Diyos. At saka natin sasabihin, sana. Subalit, sa pagkakataon na yun, ay huli na ang lahat. I would like to ask Mr. Rogelio Guevero. I was told the Immigration Regulation Division Head. Is this true, Mr. Guevero? Is this under your responsibility, Mr. Guevero? If it is, I would like you to answer this directly to us today. We should take this matter seriously. While these Chinese nationals are students, supposedly, their influx and the choice of school location should awaken and alarm us. This does not only concern our educational system and institutions, our national security, but also, Mr. Speaker, honesty and integrity in government service. Corruption in the Bureau of Immigration must be stopped.